Okay, welcome to another Muses Challenge, everyone. I have with me today, our guest is Ayvianna Snow, who plays the voice of Jamie in Murderous Muses. Thanks for coming. How are you?
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I'm really well, and I'm really excited to be playing the game today.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to showing you around. It's been ages, you know, because we last met during Poe and Munro, right?
Yes, which was 3 years ago?
6 or 7 years ago? I don't know, like 15
No
years
way.
ago.
Stop it.
It feels like that.
I can't believe
it feels like that.
That makes me feel very old.
No. Every day is a week to me now.
Oh my word.
Like 100 years ago.
But I recorded the voice of Jamie kind of remotely from you guys. I did it here in Ealing. So I haven't actually been on the set when you were filming this, so I have kind of less of an idea of what it looks like.
Yeah, no, we're glad to have
so
you
I'm
back.
Excited.
Glad to have you back, though, even as a voice. So, but next time, hopefully, if we get to make another game, it'd be good to be able to have a next time and get you in front of the camera.
I'm sure you will. Yeah.
Oh, well,
cool.
Fingers crossed. Just before we go in, I'm going to ask a bit about Jamie, because everybody who's been watching these will have heard, and anyone who plays the game is obviously going to hear you a lot in the gallery, because you're the day gallery the whole time.
You will be sick of my voice by the end of this.
It's a lovely voice. It's very soothing, actually.
Bless you.
I'm gonna ask what your inspiration was for Jamie.
My inspiration, I think maybe Hal in 2001: A Space Odyssey. Obviously, Hal kind of is a bit evil, and I think maybe Jamie doesn't quite have the same evil intent. But I think it's like in the same vein as Hal. She's the voice of the game, the voice of the computer, and she's a presence in her own right. And it's kind of trying to be that sort of. Obviously, it is a computerized voice, but you have to try and invest it with something and kind of make her into. It's that kind of creepy line where she's almost like a sentient being, like in iRobot, where you sort of think, where's the line when humanity starts? At what point have they achieved consciousness? I think maybe I've thought about this actually too much, but I put quite a lot of thought into this. So.
It comes across really well, though. I think we had kind of maybe 30 or 40 different takes on the character Jamie. I think when we'd originally put it out, we'd asked for something like Janet out of this show. Help me, please.
Good Place.
The Good Place. Brilliant.
So that's what you originally wanted?
It was just like a note. So like normally we want anybody's interpretation of that, and we actually got a lot of really bouncy Janets, and we're like, this actually doesn't really fit.
I'm not bouncy.
I'm not bouncy. No.
I went totally the other direction with it. So.
And it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. And it's kind of like, it still feels like this semi-angelic day gallery, but there's a hint of menace. And I know that's
that's the Hal thing. There's a hint of menace, just a hint, but there's a hint of something in there to give her a little bit of edge.
Yeah.
But she's still got a sort of lyrical, almost ghostly quality, I think. I don't know.
Yes. No, absolutely it does. Yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect. And it was completely different, actually. There was a lot of different takes, but as in, it was definitely miles apart from the other one, so it was an easy choice.
Oh, thank you.
Anyway, I've said, what else have we got? Do you play video games? I'm going to ask that question as well.
I do play video games. I'm a big Zelda aficionado, and I grew up with Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask and Wind Waker. I was kind of the right age when those games came out. I was at I can't remember how old I was precisely, but I was the right age for kind of sitting at home at the weekends for hours playing video games. And those Zeldas are so beautifully constructed and beautifully realized. They have so much more depth than just sort of press A to jump over this block or shoot this guy with this gun. They are fully realized worlds with a real narrative. And I remember walking into Zora's domain every time you walk into a place for the first time, you get a little sort of scene where they introduce the new place, and just being astounded by it, by the beauty of it. I'd never seen anything like it. And they're fully immersive. Like, I feel like Hyrule is a real place because I've spent so much time there and I know it so well.
Yeah.
And Kakariko Village and the Lost Woods. The narrative has so much depth. The music as well, and the music in Ocarina of Time, the soundtrack is just astoundingly good. I can't praise them enough.
We played a lot of Breath of the Wild, and it's those places you're mentioning are also in there. I think it's like an updated 3D version.
Exactly. So it's always the same places. Like the Zora and the Rito were added slightly later. It began with Zora and Gorons, and the people from Kokorai Forest, forgive me. And every time they're done slightly differently. So every time there's kind of a slightly new take on it, but they still have to retain the sort of fundamental core of what a Zora is. And I think they do that so beautifully. I mean, they should make films of those games. They should be movies, I think.
Well, instead they do Warcraft and stuff like that.
Well, and Zelda is so beautiful. I don't know why they don't do it. I have nothing but praise. And it was something I used to do with my sister. She was the slightly better, actually she was much better at the gaming than I was. So she often was the one with the controller in her hand actually doing it. And I was the one sitting watching her.
So we're good. We're good today because I'm going to mouse.
So again, you're going to do the actual work. I'm going to sit and give notes.
I'm going to get in the way of your perfect run. Is what's going to happen, probably, but not intentionally. Okay, I'm going to shrink us down now. No, I'm not, because I hit the wrong button. I'm going to try it again. No, I'm still not, because apparently I'm actually
It's just equal size. I mean, why shrink?
Oh my god, nothing works. Please help me. Okay, cool. Yes, brilliant. We're in. We're going to play this seed. If you're looking at that seed number, you can play that. You can play the same game Ayvianna's playing now-ish. It is a development build, which means that we've obviously doctored it in horrible ways. Okay, and here we go. Okay, we're into the gallery now. Day one. First thing I'm going to do is show you around a little bit.
It's beautiful.
This is the reception.
There aren't many paintings, though.
It looks pretty empty at the moment, doesn't it?
It's a bit empty.
Yeah. I'm just going to hit this for you. You might recognise this voice.
Welcome to Gallery Argenta. I'm Jamie, your jovial art museum information educator. Push my buttons and see how I respond.
That's you?
I feel like that could have been slightly flirtatious depending on the delivery.
I mean,
push my buttons and see how I respond. But I resisted the urge to do that on the take. You'll be glad to know.
I mean, it sounded good to me. This is the main gallery here where we've got the suspects and basically some other a few big items there in the middle. But what I'm going to do is, first things first, I need you to read out a note for me if you can.
Okay. My goodness, I can't see it that well. Hi, Ayvianna. Welcome to the Muses Challenge. You have 2 timed tasks to complete. For the first task, you'll need to choose a crate. I genuinely can't see this. Examine the painting inside it, then hang that painting over its matching title plaque in the gallery. Your time starts when the crate is opened and finishes once the gallery button is pressed next to the correct plaque. Have a look around first to get your bearings. Thank you, Sasha. Ooh, who's Sasha?
Sasha is the gallery manager. So she kind of leaves you nice little messages and video messages throughout the game.
So I've got to hang a painting, is that right?
You've got to hang a painting. I'll go through it all again for you anyway. So what we're going to do is we're going to smash open one of these crates and there'll be a painting in it. As soon as we hit the crate, the timer starts, and then we take the painting and we put it on the wall. but there is a catch. We've got to put it on the wall in the right place. So the painting itself, when you look at it, it won't tell you, it won't give you its name.
So I've got to work it out from...
You've got to work it out from the names on the wall. So the names on the wall should match the painting.
Saviour's Bell. Now, I remember reading about Saviour's Bell when I did all the reading for all this.
Yeah, I'm not going to say you have a slight advantage, because the pictures might not look anything like the voiceover, but yeah, you've read all of these.
That was the bell. It was sort of like a lighthouse, wasn't it? It kind of warned sailors
yes.
of rocks or whatever to... Yeah. Is that correct?
It saved sailors at sea, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so that's one.
There's 24 of these.
Well, does it make sense to go around and read them before we open the crates?
Yeah, exactly.
So I have an idea of what it...
So Saviour's Bell is the only one in here. It's the only one in the reception room. The corridor is completely empty, which means... oh, no, we could have 3.
There's one there on the left.
There we go. That is Mirlhaven Chapel.
Mirlhaven Chapel. Okay, got that. And there's one here.
Flock of Starlings. You see that?
Yeah, Flock of Starlings.
And now into this next central room. I'm going to go here. You see that?
The undulating hills. Well, I think that would be easy to recognise, wouldn't it? Sort of hills that are kind of doing that.
If we've done our job properly, it would.
Spirits. Okay, that could mean several things.
Yep. Oh, I wish it were alcohol, but it is not.
Her. The illustrious. Aurora Woods. Beautiful.
Okay, so that's those ones in there. We've already got a couple up here.
Tornado del Luna. So a tornado of the moon is caused by the moon? I don't know. The Last Orc.
Which kind of looks like a penguin, just so you know.
Okay. The Hearseman. Beautiful.
See that?
Scrying. Is that right?
That's it, scrying. Heard of scrying?
I can't recall scrying. The triumvirate. Yeah.
The triumvirate, that's it, yeah. And then last room on the left as we come up, we have
burial grounds. Okay.
Burial grounds.
Abernathy's Bluff.
That's it. I mean, it's like I'm hearing the voiceover all over again.
Butcher of Mirlhaven. Is this a murderer that used to go around butchering people, or an actual butcher?
I mean, it could just be the butcher, but once you've done this bit, you can actually, when we go into the night section, we'll come back, we'll play the painting again, and you'll get Higgins' night take on the same painting, which is the other side of the story, essentially.
Oh. Revanche. Orc Fair.
And the Orc Fair. That's it. I think, oh, no, we're not done yet. The
Baconian.
Baconian.
Sort of like that library in Oxford, the Bodleian, only it's the Baconian.
The Baconian. It's the Baconian.
Named after Francis Bacon?
Indeed, yeah.
Okay.
So, they're the spaces. I can run round as soon as we open something anyway. I would suggest opening...
Which crate? Is it any crate?
It's any crate. So I'd pick one that is near these plaques. So
we can go as quick as possible then.
So you can grab one of those two, or I think I can run, but I can't run when I hit the timer. Or the crate here. There's some out here, but like I said, yeah.
It's quite a long run from there.
It's a long walk from there anyway. So
okay, well let's go with this one. This looks like a likely sort of...
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, let's just have a little check. Saviour's Bell.
That's still the Saviour's Bell.
Okay. So you ready to go?
I'm ready.
Ready. Okay. Ooh. Can you see what...
Gray's Law, a headstone adorned with a skull.
Okay, that's what we've got to put out. What do we think that might be?
Burial grounds?
Burial grounds
perhaps?
sounds good. Do you remember where it was?
Yeah, it was quite near the end. So it wasn't in the corridor. It was in one of the rooms.
In here?
In here. Yeah. Is that it? No. Oh, yes. Okay, we did it.
You did it.
Is that right?
That was pretty quick. Yeah.
I mean,
It's right.
that is the correct place.
The little audio buttons popped out. I don't know if you saw that. It's probably a bit quick.
So that means that we got it right?
You've got it right. You've got it right. And now we're going to get to play your lovely VO. Ready?
Okay.
Originally an unorganised burial ground for the first settlers, the plot was turned into the largest solitary graveyard on the island, with thousands of headstones honouring the dead. Only Mirlhaven residents with pre-booked plots can be buried here now.
Nice.
You know what this takes me back to? When I was recording this, I had a voice recorder engineer person helping with the technical side of it. And we had so many, not arguments, but sort of debates about the correct pronunciation.
Oh, really?
Because I'm quite good at pronouncing things in the sort of RP correct dictionary definition way of pronouncing things. And he's quite good as well, because that's his job. So we spent ages I think it's Mirlhaven. I think it's Mirlhaven, with the emphasis on the second syllable, and then back and forth and trying it different ways. And oh my goodness, to try to get it right.
I mean, we live near Wisbech, but it's spelled Wisbech. So before I heard people say Wisbech,
Wisbech.
Wisbech, I'd never have got there. So...
It's hard to know. Yeah, I mean,
it all came across very well.
Hopefully it sounds all right. I don't know.
It has, yeah. So yeah, we picked.
Having succeeded at my first task, am I now on to my second task?
You are now on to your second task. I don't think we've got anything else to show you here in the day gallery. So what we'll do is we'll go into the night. We'll come back and we'll see what Higgins has got to say about the burial ground.
I don't think I've ever met Higgins.
He's also an embodied voice, disembodied voice.
He was the male voice because, of course, I remember you were looking for two, weren't you? It was a man and a woman. So this is my male contemporary.
Yeah, so Higgins is actually an ex-employee who may or may not have died in the gallery. And he wants to tell you the story of how he sees it.
So that's interesting, the difference between what they say in the daytime, the official line, and then Higgins tells you the truth behind the official line.
That is exactly what we were going for.
That's so nice.
You see the paintings of the suspects here as well. We'll come and check those out again in a minute. You're about to hear Higgins, and you can let me know whether you think he sounds anything like you.
I hope he sounds better.
Don't you?
Slightly different from our day gallery narrator.
I'm so jealous. He's so much more fun.
No.
Why couldn't that have been me? I don't want to be Jamie anymore.
But Jamie kind of calms us down in a good way in the day. You know, we don't want to get too...
Let me hear what Higgins says.
Okay, here we go. Higgins' burial ground.
The triumvirate tried to out-and-out ban burials decades ago, but that kicked off a revolution from grieving murderers. So instead, they passed a law limiting the size of the burial ground and gave council aid to murderers who cremated their relatives. If you don't fall into either of those categories, you're either buried at sea or fed to the undulating hills.
I love this guy. Who did you get to do that?
That is Will Harrison Wallace. You heard of him? Will Harrison Wallace. He's won some Voice Awards and stuff like that, I believe, yeah. But he did...
Well, I mean, I love it. As a concept, I love it.
He sounds a lot like an old F&V game called The Seventh Guest. He reminds us, he sounds a bit like this character called Stouff who did the kind of like the voiceover in that game, but...
Well, it's like, I mean, we had this sort of thing in Zelda as well, because in Zelda you can always play the game in the day and in the night, and in the night things are different. So there are characters like Dampe the Grave Digger who is only ever seen going through the graveyard at night. So it sort of harks back to the games of my youth.
Yeah, well, we thought it would build a multi-layered kind of lore if we put that counterpoint in of day and night. It's weird because originally we obviously just wanted to make a murder mystery game with some suspects in it, in a gallery, and it's grown into such a big thing. No, but I love it.
It's as you say, it's multi-layered, and you've built a universe, which is what the best games do. Is that Poe and Munro in that picture? Just trying
No.
to see.
So I'm going to show you that. So what we're going to do now, what we do.
What's the second task?
The second task is on that note over there. But before we do that,
Okay.
I'm just going to let you question one of the suspects. So I'll pick them all up, and then
Oh, these are the twins, of course. They both play tennis, the twins?
the tennis twins, yeah. So if I go into the inventory now, you can have a look. So we could ask the Finch twins.
The Finch twins, a painting of the tennis pro Finch twins, Sunday and Monday. There they are. Dominique, Serrante, the burlesque ballerina.
Yeah.
Otto and Pip, the comedic ventriloquy act.
Yeah.
Lilith, Rendell, Mirlhaven's only undertaker. Xavier Hahn, surgeon turned clockmaker. Catherine, Professor Myers, Vice Justice of Mirlhaven.
That's our lineup. Who do you think? Who do you want to ask a question?
Hang on, who's been murdered, for a start?
Who's been murdered? Mordecai Gray, who is the artist who painted them all. So they're all his portraits. They're like his muses, the people that he painted.
So Mordecai Gray was murdered.
Yeah.
Do we know anything about the circumstances? How, where, when?
Well, actually, Clemens tells us just as we walk through the corridor each night. So I can show you a little bit of that. We've not been showing as much stuff, but yeah. So every night you'll get this kind of glimpse, and it will say things like, it'll basically make you look for, say, people who were in a phone booth on a particular day. You know, on the day of the murder, it'll be if somebody was in the phone booth in the theatre, they could have been the killer. So that's kind of how you piece it together in a kind of deduction way by the end. But for now, just for fun, you don't really have to guess who the murderer is. You've got no chance. You're going to have to ask 100 questions. But for now, for fun.
Should I just pick someone to interview?
Yeah, who do you fancy hearing from? You get one of these.
Let me talk to Dominique.
Dominique.
Yeah.
Good choice. Okay. We can go through here. As you can see, the wall is...
There's a screen.
There's a screen,
Is
yeah.
it the screen?
This is the bit with Clemens. I click through it rapidly for everyone else because I've seen it a million times. And if and when Clemens is on here, he can watch it. But I'll show you a little bit. So basically, every night you'll get to know a bit about the murder.
It was a cold and frosty morning on the 31st of October when Gray received a solitary telephone call that police traced back to a public phone box in the theatre district. The call lasted for 44 seconds and appeared to be from one of Gray's...
So there's actually 9 of those different ways that we frame people.
Okay, so he got a telephone call from the theatre district, 44 seconds, and I'm not quite sure how the police know this, but it seems to be from one of his portrait subjects. I feel like that's a bit...
They know that he received the call because they've got his call records and where it came from, but they're not sure who was in the phone box. So one of the things that you would ask, can you see the hallway's opened up now as well?
Oh, yes, of course. Yes, that was a wall.
Yeah, it was a wall.
And it's now
There's the gallery.
got a secret.
And now, we've generated a new bit of the gallery for you.
Oh, my goodness me. Thank you.
There's also a little eyeball down here that I'm going to pick up.
Eye of Mordecai, an undulating marble that seems powerful. It does seem powerful.
These are the things that actually allow you to talk to the suspects. They each have 6 charges in here. And you can ask them 6 questions before they run out for the night. And then you have to go next night.
And these are questions, can I come up with anything?
No. What happens is, these are the questions.
There's got to be pre-recorded answers.
That's right. And we've already kind of got the topics you can ask them about.
Okay,
so you've got
it.
So on the wall in the gallery here.
So that's Job.
Job. Well, it could be Job. Trials of.
Yeah, but Job is the kind of biblical pronunciation.
That's it.
But theatre.
That's it.
Gallery. So these are places rather than names.
They are. And what I'm going to do, there's normally a couple of boards which have got all of the words in, so you can have a look at that one first.
Oh, I see. So it is Job in this context. So I'm asking Dominique.
You can ask Dominique
out of one of these categories.
Well, you could ask one of those, or I'll do the I'm out of breath or something. Here we go. Or there's these as well.
Call, disagreement, passion. I want to ask Dominique about passion.
Okay. Let's have a look. I just need to find it on the wall now. This is how people know we didn't, although it's pre-recorded, I still don't have a clue what I'm doing. So it is kind of live. Passion, here we go. Okay, she's got 6 eyes now, and we're going to click that, and one of them's going to disappear.
It was a whirlwind romance. We met at the butterfly park, and 3 weeks later we were engaged. I can't help it. I'm a hopeless romantic. I want to fall in love so completely I don't know which way is up.
So she had she claims to have had a passionate romance with Mordecai Grey.
Oh, I don't know. Did she say who it was? I don't.
I thought that was the question.
Romance. We met at the butterfly park, and 3 weeks later we were engaged. I can't help it. I'm a hopeless romantic. I want to fall in love so completely I don't know which way is up.
No, because we're evil, you don't know what it's about. So it's a question.
Oh, so it's not. I didn't ask her specifically about Grey. So I just passion in general.
What we're seeing, and why we've got the eyes of Mordecai, is we're kind of seeing his past conversations with the Muses.
I see.
But that could be.
So she was speaking to Mordecai. We're in his memory, kind of thing.
That's exactly right. Yeah. So
I understand. So she was telling Mordecai about a romance that she'd had.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah. She could have been saying that she loved chocolate, but it was definitely a person.
No, it was. I got a sense of her, even though it was a quite brief. I got a sense of her. Okay.
Yeah. So you would get to ask her 6 more questions tonight.
I'm a little bit suspicious.
She's a bit suspicious already.
Yeah, I am a bit suspicious.
And just to make things easier, because we don't make things easier. When you take off the wall, look at the little plaque there. See, it says passion now.
Yes.
In fact, when you go around the gallery, every one of those words is already here. So every word you saw on the wall, you can go and click, right? But when you take it off, it spins around, and now you don't have passion anywhere in the gallery now.
I mean, I don't want passion in my gallery. I want my gallery to be dry, professional, passionless.
At a temperature that preserves art. Yeah. This is true.
So, do I keep asking questions, or do I mean?
You do in the actual
want to keep
game,
you here all day?
You do if you play the actual game, yeah. But no, we've got a task to do.
Oh yeah, of course.
But that was just to show you a bit of the game there.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm getting kind of more invested in this the further I go. I now actually kind of want to know what happened to Mordecai Grey.
Yeah, and it rolls, like I said, it rolls differently every time. So those bits you saw, Clement.
So it's not always the same person, or is there always one person?
Could be any of them murdered him. Yeah. And it all changes, all the keywords change, the gallery change, everything changes. There's actually 30 paintings you can get here, and any given playthrough you only see 24. So you've got to play it a few times to get everything.
This is like Cluedo, but better.
That'd be good if people all said that, but yeah, I mean, yeah. That bit that you're talking about, it's not entirely Cluedo, the way they do the deduction, but the way that we've framed it and we've used different frames means that it's completely replayable. That's why we keep on going on about it being replayable. It's boring to hear.
Yeah.
It really
so
is.
it's like you reshuffle the cards and you start again.
Yeah, but all of this stuff, all the story, that is layered on top of it, and there's hundreds and hundreds of videos to find, and loads of other bits. So, anyway, sorry, I'm going to take you to your note.
Yeah, this is from Higgins, is it? This note.
This is, it actually is. Yeah, in the night gallery.
Hi, Ayvianna. Welcome to the Night Gallery. For your final task, you'll need to solve the coin flip puzzle in the gallery that has spawned next door. I love that it says a note with curiously uniform handwriting. That in itself is meaningful, I feel. Be sure to devise a good system with Tim to identify each coin. Your time starts when you click the button under the puzzle coins and stops once you've solved the puzzle. So it's in the new gallery that just recently appeared.
It's next door, yeah. So I'm gonna.
And something to do with a coin flip puzzle.
A coin flip.
Why is his handwriting curiously uniform? What does that tell us?
I mean, if I say anything now, that'll become canon.
Is he? I mean, it could mean anything. He could be a robot. He could be like Captain Hook, where he's got like one hand has been replaced by an implement. Does he always use a typewriter?
I mean,
Does he have no hands? This could mean...
Sorry, I've interrupted it. It could also mean we just use a font that looks like handwriting.
So it's been typed.
It's
been typed on a typewriter.
It's been typed.
Is
that
because he's worried about his fingerprints being... He doesn't want his handwriting out there? What's the story?
He does leave another message, and we didn't unlock the staff room, so I can't actually show you, sadly.
What's the other message?
Oh, he leaves them every night. You get messages from Higgins every night, all over the place. Yeah.
It's an odd character, this Higgins.
Ex-employee. Former employee.
Well, is he dead and this is actually his ghost haunting the gallery? Can he not rest until the murder is solved?
They're all, that's all very, very close, yes. It is, yeah.
Oh, look, there's a ticket booth.
There's a ticket booth. What's at the back of the ticket booth? This is the coin flip puzzle. Okay, so hopefully you can see that.
I can see, yeah.
Okay, so there's
5 by 5, 25.
5 by 5 coins. What's going to happen is, as soon as I click this button here,
Yeah.
some of them are going to flip over and turn gold.
Yeah.
They're going to stay there for a few seconds so you can remember where they were. It's a memory puzzle, so you need to remember where the gold coins were. And then they're all going to flip back over again to silver, and you need to get the correct pattern. We'll hit the button again, and if you get it right, you'll get a yay. If you get it wrong, you'll just get Higgins being very disappointed. In fact, I can show.
I wouldn't want to disappoint Higgins.
Do you want to? I'll show you. I can show you it activate, so you can see what I'm talking about.
I mean, I think I've.
You got it?
I think I've got it. Yeah.
Okay. So as soon as I hit the button, the timer starts. If you flick the wrong coin, it doesn't immediately fail. It waits until you kind of.
How many seconds have I got to kind of take it in?
It takes about 3 or 4 seconds to flip around, and then it stays active for maybe 3 or 4 seconds, and then it goes back.
So I've got to kind of try and get. Okay, I'm ready.
Try and visual photograph that. Yeah. Some of them are harder than others. So if it flips around and there's loads and loads of coins, you might want me to just fail it and get a new one. We can fail at any point and get a new one. Yeah.
Okay. I'm taking this too
it's
seriously.
Not like
I'm already I'm in it.
We can start again. But the timer keeps running. When I say we can start again, we're still running on the timer. So as soon as I hit this, yeah. So I mean, I think David took 3 goes, and
how many do I have to do before
one?
Before it's just one.
If you get one right, if you get one pattern right, we're done. That's done.
Okay, well, look, let's go for it.
Okay, so and just for instance, if you wanted to hit this 4th one coin over here, what would you say to me? 4th coin top row, or just for this?
Oh, I see what you mean. How would I actually say it to you? So top row 2nd from the right, or top row center, or top row 2nd from the left.
Okay, good. And then 2nd row, 3rd row, 4th row, bottom row.
Yeah.
Okay. I will do my best to get my left and right. I will do worse. Okay.
This is just, what are we doing, Tim? I mean, we're both like...
It's all good. I don't want it to be my fault if you miss the top of the leaderboard by like a few seconds.
Well, I mean, you know.
I know. People can complain. Okay. Okay, let's go. Okay. Are you ready?
Okay.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Oh, that's quite an easy one. I think you're okay.
It is quite easy. Okay. So, the left-hand column, all of them except the top. So, that one. Yeah, keep going down, keep going down, keep going down. So the next 2nd from the left column, I think the one up from the bottom.
Yeah.
So that, yeah. Yes. Now we're over to the 2nd from the right column, the bottom 2. So the one you're on and the one below. I think that's it.
Is that all of it? Should you go?
I think so,
Yeah.
but try it and see if that's right.
Yes! Well done.
I mean, I need to sit down and a cold drink, I think. Goodness me.
46 seconds-ish, according to Linda.
46
so,
seconds.
yeah, that's decent. That's good.
So the key... Where does the key take me? Now I can unlock the staff room.
No, sadly not. The key unlocks the treasure room here, which is where we get some more... We actually get a free play wall here, where we can stick a painting on, and it doesn't cost any eyeballs to play.
And that's Dominic. Who's this?
This is Sasha. Yeah.
This is Sasha.
Yeah, but these are kind of out of time videos again. She talks to you normally between each of the day sections, but you also get these kind of videos in the treasure room.
There is no restoration table. Miss Argenta is very particular about that. She doesn't want any modifications being made to any of the pieces. If you find any artwork that looks like it's been tampered with, you let me know, okay?
So there's sort of insinuation is that someone's tampering with the artwork. Lovely vase. Collectible urn with gold coins.
Actually, Rachel made a lot of these. She did a lot of the designs for them.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I think not this one. I think I this one's terrible. I did this one, but she did a lot of the designs for it. Yeah, and actually a lot of the paintings.
Oh,
but,
that's lovely.
And those urns you place upstairs, you unlock videos of Kyra, played by Rachel, and she's got like an overarching storyline in the whole thing as well.
Oh, that's wonderful. I love Rachel so much. I'm so pleased to hear she's doing well.
Yeah, she's still in all our games anyway, but she's also doing a lot of art. She's really enjoying art at the moment. So.
That's fantastic. She's such a clever girl.
So, yeah, I think we're clear, are we? We've done that.
Thank you so much. That was so much fun.
Oh, wait, you've got one more thing, just before you go.
Okay.
It's okay, but it is the goodbyes, but I'm just... It's been scripted. It hasn't been scripted. Here we go.
Day 2. Dear Ayvianna, this is the end of your journey. When you're ready to leave, sound the bell and everything will disappear. Kyra. Also curiously uniform handwriting.
Yeah, so...
Sound the bell and everything will disappear. So is it just in your imagination, the whole gallery?
Well...
I love the way the footsteps have a different quality when you walk on this. It's kind of hollow.
As soon as we hit that bell, we disappear. So this is the time for our goodbyes.
Okay,
we get
shall
kicked
we
out.
do it?
Yeah. So
it's like, have you ever read the book The Night Circus? It only appears at night, and then in the day it disappears.
I have, well, yeah, no, I haven't, but yeah, it does sound like this gallery. So, yeah, I just want to say...
What does that plaque say below the bell?
It says Saviour's Bell 1975.
That is the original
actual
Saviour's Bell. Oh my God. Well, Tim, thank you so much, and it's been a pleasure. And having now seen the gallery, I'm really impressed.
You wondered what we've been doing for years.
Yeah, I mean, the narrative has so many different layers, and it's, as with Zelda, you've created a world. So, and I genuinely want to play it because I want to know who did it. Poor Mordecai Gray.
And before we go, do you want to? I'm just going to put you up on the big screen, and then force you to do a promo message for something. Hello. What do you want to promote?
Promo.
Yeah, stuff you've been in.
So I'm currently in Video Shop Tales of Terror, which just won the jury prize at Romford, and I believe we're screening at Derby next week. It's doing the festival run. And I'm in Lola, which is coming out to a cinema near you soon.
That's brilliant.
Please go and see it.
That was the hardest bit, wasn't it?
Thank you so much. I've had so much fun.
No, thank you. It's been a pleasure taking you around.
Where am I on the leaderboard for the coin?
I don't know. That was 40. I think Linda said it was like 40 or 46 seconds odd, and I know that David was 49 seconds. But we'd be putting the leaderboards up at the end of the videos anyway.
Okay.
So
I'm hoping for gold.
It's the joint time that is going to be the thing. So. So thank you very much for
bye. Thank you so much.
And it's time to hit the bell. Thanks for watching, everybody, and come back again if they still let me do them. Bye.